That
Good.
was totally like.
I tried to time it.
Gonna refresh.
You're gonna have to refresh after that.
Refresh that far and away. Okay. Welcome back, all of our thousands of fans watching this on the archive.
Start, guys. Sorry about that.
Watching this down in the archive after we become really aggressively famous. When you wanted to see how the early game started.
With a fart. That's how they started.
And that's how we started. Announcements for today's game include a new backdrop on Chris's stream.
Yes.
That concludes announcements. Everybody else's backdrop seems similar.
Same.
Mine's dirtier than normal. But
I need to move my camera a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I need to make some adjustments here.
oh man, look at the framing. Beautiful.
There we go.
Alright, you guys ready?
See the bald eagle picture on the table? Right over my shoulder there.
Alright, let's get into it. So, last time,
Dun dun dun.
you humans, I have music. You humans went to some kind of nursery, a tree nursery, I guess is what I would call it.
Drug farm?
It was a drug farm. And you found 3 gentlemen there who were not looking forward to visitors. And once you dealt with that, dispatched the enemy, pulled a bolt out of Bell's leg. Someone critically injured?
All of us, probably.
I'm good.
I probably am.
No, we might be okay.
We're good.
I thought... No,
good.
because we fixed it. Someone had a ringer, and we fixed it. That's right.
That was me. My head was hurting a little bit, but I'm good.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm not critically hurt.
And at the farm, I think Bell picked up a crossbow, a new
No.
tool.
This can.
Cayman picked up a crossbow, that's right. But you found a note signed KB about a
Yes.
shipment. Upon further investigation, you returned to the Traveler's Bounty in Stonesbrook and talked to a man named Krell.
Yep. He offered us a job.
Shit.
And he was rather blatant in his, he wasn't trying to hide too much, but offered a job. I don't believe you guys know what the job is yet.
We do know
But
what
you-
the job is.
To go look for some ruins.
Yeah, he said
Oh,
go
yeah,
to
yeah.
the ruins, explore them, and bring back whatever you treasure you find.
Before accepting you guys,
Yeah, we had to.
you guys had to take a little powwow, and that's where we'll pick up outside the Traveler's Bounty on a dusty road in the small town of Stonesbrook. Go. Begin roleplay.
Well, I don't. Oh shit! I forgot my voice.
So we
I
gotta-
don't know about
Go
this
ahead.
guy.
I don't know about him either, but the least we can do is get some coin out of him and maybe a interesting story if we go explore his ruins.
I am interested by these ruins, but I don't know if it's a folk tale or. Should we be worried about double crossing a man like this?
No.
No, a drug dealer?
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, we can report him to the police after we leave here.
So it's okay to team up with someone you don't find as
Well, I don't think we're teaming up.
We're
with
not
him.
teaming up with him.
He wants us to do a job. He's gonna pay us.
Would you feel more comfortable if we turned him into the police?
I'm not sure. I'm just trying to.
Well, that's an option.
We need to get.
We
half
can
the
do
pay
that.
now, and half the
We're
pay
good.
later. We get half the coin. We turn him in,
I would like to try to
After we-
negotiate for like 75% of the coin.
Well, you do what you think you can.
I think
far
we
as
might
I'm
be able to con him into a deal and negotiate our price up. And if you wish, Castus, we can turn him into the authorities. You can think about it. You'll have time on our journey to the ruins.
Okay, so you guys are saying it's okay to
Hold off
take a
judgment
take
for
a
now.
job from a bad man if you do bad things back to him?
How is bringing him to justice a bad thing?
No, I mean we're extorting him, right? That was our plan.
Not extorting him.
Okay.
We're planning on doing what he's asking us to do. We're also going to turn him in for his crimes.
Yeah,
Okay.
as far as I'm concerned, he's just as guilty as the death of Thomas than those goons back at the.
He is just as
Refinery.
guilty, and Thomas's sister deserves to know that. So I say we turn him in, but we could use his coin. So
That's true. I am.
maybe you should wait outside, Castus.
Okay, I will do that.
Kanan pops up. I'll wait outside too.
Good call. Cap 1. There to join me?
Well, ladies first.
Alright, so we walk in the door. So,
As you walk in, you see him standing behind the counter.
probably totally heard everything we said.
Just very, very casually, like sharpening a knife. Just like a normal camping knife, not like an aggressive-looking knife, but just like he's, maintenance that he'd expect.
Oh, that's a knife.
Yeah.
Nice knife you got there, buddy.
Thank you. So, it appears you've made up your mind.
We have. Though we do have some questions before we totally commit.
Of course.
Say you want us to explore our ruin. What do you know about this place? Where did you learn of this?
Now, that is a hard question to answer, but suffice to say that I was told that there was some evidence pointing to an old ruin out here in the wilderness around this area, and I came out to look for it, and I hired those three gentlemen you encountered last night to help me find it. It's somewhere in that area to the northeast of where the farm was.
Would we remember how to get back there? We went it's northeast, and we went south. Get there, didn't we?
You went south from the.
Or we went
south by
southwest.
the river.
Went over that little bridge,
On the
didn't
map.
we? Yeah, because there was the little bridge, and then we went south. Yeah, and then so that's the farm. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
I made a map.
Yeah. Did. Beautiful map. So, so he's heard that there's a ruin.
Well,
No, go ahead.
We expect this to be rather remote, but
How far away do you think it is? Days journey? 2 days journey?
It could be a significant way into the woods. We searched up to 5 days east of the farm, and we haven't found it yet. But our next thought now leaves us to lead north.
Is there any description of the ruin?
It's an old. It's from before the Shattering. Or not the shattering. What do they call it? The raising? I don't remember. The raising.
That is what it is. The raising.
Okay.
So these are at least 1,000 years old, but probably older. And in our lost for our search to reacquire the lost knowledge has taken us there. And you will be paid well if you return.
We would like to accept your quest, but with some conditions.
Fantastic.
I'm wondering if we can negotiate a deal on some payment in advance for our provisions that we will need and for the journey ahead, and then the remainder, of course, once we return.
Well, now,
Consider it a
I'm willing
positive sorts.
pay you 600 silver on return with the whatever we don't know, whatever you find there. But I have noticed most of your equipment is rather shabby, and I would be willing to help replace some of it for you.
The equipment is one thing, but we'll have to talk about the silver now. We need to negotiate a deal.
Now, I don't even know if you're going to survive. Why would
Well,
I
we fared
give
better
you...
than your other team, so I'd say you don't have much of a choice if you want answers.
We both know that they weren't the cream of the crop.
Oh, well, even if we don't survive, you'll know where the silver is.
Alright, go ahead and make a negotiation check.
Okay. Let me check. I don't think I have any talent or anything to help me, but... No, I do not. That's fine. Okay, tell me when you're ready.
I am ready.
Oh!
Now, I'm not going to give you any silver before you leave. That doesn't make any sense. But what I can do is give you some supplies. The supplies that you'll need to take this journey.
Well, that would be...
What do you need? What, some... You guys are carrying iron weapons and swords. I assume you'd rather have a steel one. Potentially some healing potions or herbs.
Food would be good.
Food would be good.
I can do food.
Perhaps,
I see you carry a gun at your hip. How much? I have some ammo here.
some ammo or perhaps a bow and arrow would be of use. Or I could just borrow Castus's crossbow. Or not Castus, I'm sorry, Kanan's crossbow.
He might need it?
You might need it. Use some ammo, some food.
I'm gonna go to the door.
So, essentially, effectively here, if you guys want to change... Effectively give him your iron simple weapons, like daggers and swords and stuff, and replace it with steel.
Okay. I'll trade my dagger.
But effectively what that does is it will reduce the critical rating by 1.
Okay.
If it's a weapon. And I don't think you guys all have leather armor, right? No one's got iron armor.
Yeah.
So, okay, basically all it does is make it 1 easier to crit.
Nope.
What about if it's a shield?
The shield, it reduces the encumbrance by 2.
It's only 1.
Well, then that's wrong. It should have been 3. Iron. Oh well, so that doesn't change then.
The shield is 3?
If it's iron. Iron does to armor Adds
Well,
to encumbrance.
shield's technically like a weapon.
Well, then it reduces the critical. I don't know. I would consider it to be more encumbrance, but what do I know?
I mean, it has a crit rating of 7, so I can reduce it.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what that does.
But I'm outside.
I imagine they want to get things to everybody.
How much ammo does he have?
Yeah, I would
he's
have come to
20,
the door and
25.
conversing Kanan about getting different
I'll give
gear.
you 25
Thank
shots.
you. Yes.
And he gives you 2 healing potions or health elixirs.
Each of us?
No, just to the group.
Oh.
We only have 2 more.
Does he have any herbs or bandages, perhaps? Like any
Yeah,
first aid type?
take 2 bundles of healing herbs.
Okay. Stuff those in my
We need to finish this spreadsheet of equipment.
satchel.
Oh, do you have any other alchemical components there, bud?
No, this all I have out here. Have you seen where we are? We are in the middle of nowhere. Quite frankly, I'm surprised I had this, but the business was doing well.
How many days worth of food are you willing to supply us with?
He'll do 10
Okay.
for the group, so everybody can have 10 days of rations. I don't know exactly how long this is going to take, but I imagine that should be plenty.
10 per person or 10 total?
If you want to keep track of it as a group, like either way, if one person wants to keep track of how much food you have as a group, or if each individual person wants to keep track of how much food they have, effectively the same. So if one person wants to be the designated thing like that keeper.
I've been keeping track of just what I have,
Yeah, me too.
so we should
So
all
somebody
just
should
keep
just take
doing
it.
that.
Yes, we'll be at 10 then. So it's enough to feed you guys 10 days as a group.
Okay.
So that equates to 10 individual ones as a piece, or one person having 10 days worth of food for the group.
So, you said iron reduces the critical by 2 or by 1?
1.
Same damage and everything.
Yep. A little bit nicer stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
How about...
and like I said, upon retrieval of
Do you have any crossbow bolts?
any items, doesn't have any crossbow bolts. He's got some hunting arrows, but
Does he have any books?
I have a small selection of books.
Can I look at them?
Okay.
Just want to see if there's any I don't know,
Yeah, what are you looking
wilderness
for?
Survival book or something that's
Yeah,
you can eat these plants and this, stuff like that. How to set traps and things.
This is a book of the local plants, the area, the regions, and just general plants and edible plants.
Yeah.
Wanted to purchase it?
Yeah, I'm willing to buy it. How much is it?
They say 20 silver is probably fair.
Okay, I'll take that.
Alright.
I heard you can upgrade my iron gear.
Well, I can replace it. Can't make iron into steel, but what do you got?
For short sword and a shield, and
Hey, let me see what I can do. And he goes behind to the back room area and hears some moving stuff around, and he comes back out with very similar kind of like a short sword or an arming sword. And shield, about the same size, but you pick it up, you notice they're both a bit lighter. Basically, they don't have to use as much since it's a bit stronger, a little bit thinner. Yeah, that should do.
Thank you, Crow. And I start walking back out.
Now, like I said, I'm not sure, and from what the boys have told me, the wildlife can get aggressive out there, so be careful. I'm as interested in your safety at this point as you are, because I need to get that stuff.
Yeah. We'll be back.
Fantastic.
We exit the... Oh, well, I guess... I don't know if everybody's done.
Would you wouldn't happen to know exactly what you're looking for? A rune, book, something of that nature, maybe, perhaps?
Any book, rune, magical focuses, wands, icons, staves, anything like that I'd like for you to bring back, and if, whatever we can find. Anything that seems to do with... seems valuable, I suppose. Books, scrolls, icons, relics. Anything.
Oh, we'll keep our eyes peeled then there, bud.
Alright. Well, you boys must be getting on now. Coming up on noon, you get a good stop before the sun sets.
Well, boys, you ready?
Yeah.
Aye.
Castus says... Or Cannon says yes. And then
Yeah.
we leave. So... Once we're outside, I ask them... Or I say, like... We should turn that asshole in. The right thing to do. Thomas's sister deserves to know the truth and what happened to her brother and the person that's responsible.
Well, what about the 600 silver?
Cares about the silver at this point. Perhaps whatever treasures we find in the ruins will be far more valuable than 600 silver. Who knows what he's after?
Why don't we check the ruins before we decide?
Fair enough. So you said it was about noon, right?
Yeah.
So do you guys want to start pushing through, or should we rest up for the day and gather supplies?
I don't think I have anything I need to take care of.
Cast this votes, we push out.
Oh, I think that'll be a fine thing to do then.
So shall we make our way back to the drug farm and start from there?
In what direction did he say?
That it was. He believes it's northeast of the farm where we found his colleagues. So somewhere probably to the east of the lake, near where we found
I
Thalass.
say we follow the river down to the lake and maybe make
Follow it
camp
east.
next to the lake for tonight.
Alright.
Good plan.
So you head back down the river, and a few hours pass. you head up around the side of the river. Are you going to the east side?
Yeah, I think that'd be.
Okay, so
Out here-ish.
Yeah.
probably about 3.5 hours of travel. Get you there still early in the afternoon. You're effectively at the village where you found the campfire and the kids there before, around that area.
How's everyone feeling? Anyone?
I could use a meal. Perhaps we could go over to the lake and catch some fish or something. Have a rest. Water.
Okay, let's. I'll make the fire, and one of you go grab a fish this time, and let's not chop it up like that squirrel.
It was a fox.
Oh yeah, that fox.
Alright, so who's fishing?
I would like to fish. I kind of would like to try and fashion a fishing pole, but actually I'd rather just try to like spearfish. Like, can I grab like a stick and like sharpen it with my new steel dagger and like
Yeah.
try to spearfish?
Can you make
Thalass.
for me a mechanics check?
A mechanics check?
That is the crafting check of this system.
Wow. I'm fucked. Yeah. Too stupid to sharpen
So
a stick.
as you're
I
going
can
around
fire a
finding
gun,
different
but I can't
sticks,
sharpen a stick.
you're taking out your knife and you keep breaking off the tips, and what you end up with is like
Nah, I'm not gonna fish.
just you got pissed off.
Yeah.
Your stick sharpening.
Or the stick in the water.
Okay.
I would like to instead load my pistol. No, I'm not gonna do that.
I assume you probably carry it loaded.
Maybe I can
Maybe.
give this a try. Give you a hand there, Bell.
How about you just do it? Bell says, storms off.
Oh, she's in her right time.
So you're sitting on the shore with there's a small pile of like wood, like little curls of wood from her trying to sharpen it, and just broken sticks laying around. And you're looking at this more and more, and the sticks don't seem to be the right kind. Go ahead and make a
They're like
mechanics
little
check.
twigs.
Before, actually, I'm gonna ask Kanan. Oh, hey there, buddy. You mind if I borrow your dagger?
Sure. And he hands it over to you.
And I'm going to pick up a stick of the right caliber, the correct type of stick, and I'm going to go ahead and try to craft a spear here.
All right.
Gonna have him craft all my spears from now on.
You have a sharpened wooden stick. After probably about 10-15 minutes, you find the right stick, and you're able to get to a crude just point. Bells, I don't know. I assume pouting by a small pile of tinder that Castus is collecting.
I'm gonna help cast this with the fire.
Okay. You guys are working on getting a fire.
Oh, and I think this is going to go well for me, boys.
Yeah, what are you doing with your stick?
I take it over to Castus and Bell, and I say, which one of you wants to go fishing?
I'm like kneeling down with flint and steel. Like I can, but I'm.
You can go ahead and make
fire.
Make a knowledge adventuring check.
For what?
Fire starting.
Survival.
Think knowledge. Well, I guess survival. Yeah.
Well, if you're worried about the fire, I can make us a fire.
It starts after like a little bit. He's struggling a bit for like 20 minutes maybe to get the spark to catch the right little pile, but after a while, it takes a long time for
I can't get
having
the flint and steel, and then I just hit the flint with my sword.
Small little wisp of smoke comes out of like some dried leaves and stuff you found.
Spear?
I have to do everything around here. I grab the stick. And I go to the lake. I hope it's bright enough out to hopefully see some fish.
Yeah, it's probably 5, 6. It's take you guys a little bit, I might find a spot, get some materials collected. You gotta make a survival check. Are you like, what's the method, I guess? Just walking in, are you...
I'm just gonna, wade into the water.
Take off the metal and leather and head in your underclothes.
I could just strut in.
Alright. I was gonna make you want to do like a stealth check or something, but I think just survival for hunting is a generic. You can go and make a survival check. Yeah. So after probably about maybe an hour out there, you're chasing them at first, but after a while you realize that you need to kind of just stay there. Eventually the one comes over by you and you make like a and you push the stick all the way through this thing, right through the middle of it.
Yes.
And like, it's not a large fish. Maybe like 10 inches. But it's
The whole meal?
Yeah, it's like a small bass.
I bring it back to the campfire and I kind of toss the stick down and hold the fish by the tail and was like, well,
There's a hole. You can see a small bass with like a bloody hole. Maybe about like that big, just right through the center of it.
does anyone know how to fillet?
I imagine Bell probably would.
Nope. Have one?
Kanan speaks up.
I've never played fish.
Well, I mean, we can eat it raw.
I can try. Who grabs it? Takes his recently returned knife. And we give him 2 step back for the hole and then not having like a sharp knife. Or a skinny knife. Roll survival check on Kanan.
Double upgrade, let's do it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
After like a little bit,
Spicy.
see him
setback.
kind of just... You see him like cutting away, and then like he cuts right through the stomach, and like he's pulling out half organs that have like bled their juices inside, and like the knife comes out the side of the fish around the middle as he's trying to like cut along the spine, and like the spine breaks in half. Like he's able to get like chunks, but like it's not. The meat is not in pieces. Here, and he just kind of hands like a handful of like guts on like a little piece of cloth that he had. So, guts and fish and.
Cap one, do you want to do the honors of cooking it? I think
This guy
gonna-
gave you 10 days of food, guys.
I'm gonna eat some jerky.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Well, I think I'm gonna pass on that. Bell, you want to cook this up?
I'm just gonna eat, whatever food we got.
Kanan just sits there, just like with guts in his hand, like okay.
You just toss it in
Pranked
the
him.
fire. I pranked him. You pranked everybody. You didn't do shit.
It was great.
Got his feet are a little wet. Alright, so you guys have a meal. It's probably like late afternoon now. 7, sun's starting to get low, setting. Is there any other plans, or are you just tucking in for the night?
Take
I
watch.
think I'm gonna drink some water and get hydrated. It's always a good plan.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna fill up my water skin.
just wait till morning and then really journey.
You guys taking watches?
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
I'll take the first.
I'll do the last one.
Okay, I'll do
I'm a
the
morning person.
Okay.
That's all good.
So, Cap 1, make a perception check for your shift. As the night gets dimmer and your friends go to sleep, you're on the first watch, and it's kind of a struggle to get through. You know, you're almost nodding off a few times, but you stay up and aware, and nothing seems amiss, nothing out of place. A few jumps in the water, a fish. Go over to wake Belle up.
Belle awakens very startled. What is it?
Oh, it's just nothing. Just a couple fish jumping in the water. It's time for your shift.
Gift.
God.
All right.
I hand her the sharpened spear.
I take it and then get up and collect myself and go outside of the. Well, I guess I was probably just in on the bedroll or whatever. So.
Do you guys have a tent?
I don't think so.
No, we just have bedrolls.
Yeah, I think that's all we have.
Alright, so yeah, so you guys are under the environment here, but it's a nice night. Go ahead and make your perception check. Your shift passes relatively undisturbed, nothing to miss. Weight cast this up, and you can take your survival check here. You guys want to have a moment, but
Quiet night.
Quiet night.
Just nod and I'm sitting up by the fire, grabbing some more sticks and putting them on the fire.
alright. Yeah, goes to that. Notice, same thing, it's a tough morning to get yourself awakened, but you're all set. If you guys had any strain, go ahead and heal it. If you have wounds, heal one wound.
I am good.
Sun breaks over the lake. Well, I guess the sun rises. No, it doesn't. Breaks over the trees. Keep, northeast, west consistent. The new day has begun.
Shall we?
I roll up my bedroll and
Back up.
Alright, so you guys' plan is to head east or northeast, or what direction are you guys setting out from here?
I think we're going east from here.
Okay.
Well,
And I nod at Belle to lead the way because I think she led us in a good direction last time.
we have two options. We can go back to the farm. Rail said they searched for, I believe, 5 days' journey to the east and hadn't found it, so he thought it was to the north somewhere. So we could go back to the farm and retrace their steps and head north, or, being north of the farm now, we could continue to head east in hopes that we are already far enough north and we run into it, where he thinks it is.
I think that's a solid plan.
Okay.
Those last two guys we took care of don't seem the smartest, so tracing their steps.
Probably a waste of time.
Yeah.
So we can continue to head east then and put the sun. At what time in the morning is it?
Oh, it's probably like 6, 7.
Okay, so the sun is like just pretty much coming up, so we can
Yeah.
tell.
It's probably just now full up.
Yeah. Okay,
All
so
right.
we should head into the sun.
Alright, you guys break camp. Get ready, and who wants to be the Pathfinder? And if you guys want to walk two abreast at the front, you guys can do assisted checks. You want to do that for pathfinding. So there'll be survival checks.
I'll take up the rear.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
I'll take up the rear with Castus.
Oh, great. I pull out my gun.
Okay.
Start slowly.
Yeah.
I have like the walking stick or the sharpened stick in one hand that Cap One gave me. And
Absolutely.
I have just kind of using it as a walking stick and like, just kind of brushing plants and whatnot out of the way.
Right, it's the spider stick.
Yeah, exactly. Spider webs and all that stuff. So.
All right.
Cannon's up there with him.
So go ahead and make a survival check. Let me make sure I down. Yeah, okay. Survival check. Yeah, so you guys head over 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours into the woods. Terrain is starting to get a little bit different. A little more, instead of the deep forest, similar to the cliffs that you guys found by the lake on the north side. So a little rockier. There's more like stone jutting out of the ground now. Opposed to just like forest where it begins to get a little more like more streams and rivers, and not full-blown rivers, but streams and stuff. Lots of gullies that you have to climb over. It's
So
getting
it's a little bit rough, getting a little.
yeah, it's getting a little.
tiresome.
You're getting a little farther, but so far so good. As you continue on past the rough part, you guys are coming up from a ravine, and as you guys crest it, I guess Bell and Kanan make a perception check. In front, Kanan's up there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
You just come over this hill. In front of you, there's a small lake, and you see some more of the cliffs and rocky terrain. But you seem to be on the top of them. So down to your right, it kind of lowers out, and there's like a flatter area with a small pond and like just rivers coming out, or like a small waterfall at the side of the top of
The pond and stuff, and that is all to the south, right? Because you said it's to our right.
Correct.
Been heading east.
Yep.
Purple dice are fucking hard.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's gonna. What's the next move? You're here. Make a decision point.
Team, perhaps we should have a quick break and. Have
What do you
some
guys
food.
see?
It's probably been about 5 hours
Yeah,
of hiking through some pretty rough
probably about like
brush.
11:30, something.
Getting up, the sun's getting pretty high.
Perhaps it's time for a break and a meal. We need to keep our calories up if we're going to keep this physical activity going.
And Kenneth says, "What are calories?"
Oh, sorry, that's a word from the foreign language.
Yeah,
I apologize.
I don't speak that tongue.
It's you need to keep your body fed
Okay.
in order to not be hungry and to fight and to run and climb.
I'm just quietly eating jerky in the back.
Calories.
Delicious orange squares.
All right, so you guys sit down and make camp. Can I get the where did you make camp? I guess is the question. You going to do it? Yeah, so you're above the cliffs. The river's
Not
on
really
your
making
right.
camp, we're just kind of
Well, I guess
hanging
that's
out.
true. Where are you hanging? Just wherever around. Okay. So, go ahead.
I would say like the crest, so
Yeah.
we can kind of just be up high and get our bearings.
Okay.
Try to look around while we're up there while we're eating.
And you guys make a perception check on sec. Everybody, now that you're sitting. Okay. Aggressive dice happening. So as you guys are, sitting down on your packs and whatever, random shit you had to sit on and grabbing some jerky out, you look, Kepwan and Cannon are looking out over the lake below and see a bird fly up from the tree line on the bottom. And at first, doesn't draw any of your attention, but then it starts to fly up towards, not towards you, but out towards the cliff face that you're along. And it's getting bigger and bigger until you see that this thing is probably about 5 feet tall with like a 16-foot wingspan.
Oh, jeez.
It appears to be some sort of griffin!
Oh, look at that massive bird there, boys.
And it kind of flies over and lands on the cliff, not like right next to you, a few hundred yards down.
Like
At the
below
top
us?
No, at the top. Like you're on the top of the cliff. It lands on the top of the cliff a ways down.
Okay. To the south of us.
Yeah. Would he get any advantage on that? No,
What type
okay.
of bird is that, Cap One?
Oh, I'd say a pretty fucking big one.
You guys can make a knowledge. Which one would be used for
Adventuring, probably, or lore.
life? Probably adventuring more. Or what kind of?
I know.
Wasn't ready.
Oh, sorry.
Supposed to be 3.
I was like, I know!
Honestly, that's fine though.
Shit.
Yeah, that's fine. Belle, you've heard some rumor. You can't place where, but someone talked about these large birds in this area that are pretty aggressive. And they're referred to as the razor wings. And they're known to be very territorial.
I've heard about these birds. They're known to be very territorial and aggressive. I think they're called razor wings.
I still don't see what you guys are talking about.
Oh, should we go
He was
check
really-
it out then?
Into that jerky he was eating. He was just going to.
Would we know if they're, like, valuable at all?
You don't know much more than
Yeah.
what you had about that.
I think we should just leave it alone. It might fuck us up.
Oh, I don't know.
We have a gun, though, and, like, dude with a crossbow, so we might be able to kill it.
I don't know anything. I mean, it's just a bird.
Willing to charge in there, Castus?
I could take out a bird, I'm sure. But
Hold on, let's put this theory to the test.
where is it? Can you point to it for me?
Can
I
Kanan
cannot
and
find it.
Kanan and or Bell point it out?
Yeah, you guys saw the general area where it went to land.
There is the general area.
that
right
oh
there.
my god, it's way bigger than
You
just
can't
a
see it
bird.
anymore. It's not there anymore. It's just he
God.
points to like the area of the cliff
Oh.
that it like landed on.
Oh yeah, we don't see it now.
Oh wait, that's a cliff, not a bird.
He said yes before he saw, but then after a minute he's like, oh, hold on.
I want to look for ruins.
Perhaps we should just move on and be wary of the skies and the.
Do I
trees.
see any ruins?
Go ahead and make a perception check. Yeah. So you look around. You don't see It's down. There's the lake below, and the forest on the other side. And you're scanning the treetops. You don't like see any spires or anything like that poking out. There's no obvious like man-made stone structures. Like there's boulders and stuff, but there's no like square blocks of stone standing up on end or small crumbling walls or anything like that.
I don't see any ruins.
But I think there'd be like a thinner patch of trees. So like like all you're seeing, like you're seeing deep in, and like there's a part like maybe the treetops aren't as close together. But
Okay.
that's to the.
Oh, what are you looking for there,
east.
bud?
Looking for the ruins. That's what our journey's all about.
Oh, do you see anything?
I can't see anything from here. I think we should keep going east.
Very well.
Is everyone caloried up?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm the calorie up. We'll take a quick break.
Sounds good.
Okay. We're caloried up and ready to go.
I like dirt. I like dirt.
Did Kanan find any bolts? I think he might buy it.
It wasn't he?
Yeah, but like, does he have it in his inventory?
Mm-mm.
All right.
I didn't see any bolts in his. Let me check again real quick.
Anyone remember how many he shot?
I think just one.
All right, give him like 9. I'll say you found 10.
Let me see if you put it in.
Shot the dude in the neck.
Right in the jugular.
Did he shoot more than once though? Or no? Oh, just give him 9.
I like dirt. I like dirt. I like dirt. I like dirt.
Just waiting on Bell. We'll be back.
Dude, the new pink Power Ranger's smoking.
Oh yeah? Let's
All right, we're back.
double check on this.
Fact check. Can we get a fact check on that, Bo?
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I think she was in she was in a show on Hulu that I used to watch. Sure.
We are back.
Good lord.
All right. So, as you guys are packing up your road food, and which way are you heading?
East.
To the east!
So east is along towards where that razor wing was.
I don't know that.
All right, to the east. I saw no bird. Okay. So as you're heading along the cliff tops, is making any attempt at stealth or just carrying on? Is anyone concerned?
Nope.
I am not concerned at
All right, you guys
all.
carry on, and as you're heading that way, what am I looking for?
Hellboy.
You hear
Oh
a
boy.
a high-pitched screech,
Ooh.
and a quick shadow flashes. And flying in, do you have any defense, Astus? You're leading the way, right? You said east, and then we're walking. I assumed that meant.
Do I have defense? I do not
Melee.
have defense.
Also, is anyone wielding their weapon? Other than
I have
a poking
my
stick.
pistol and a stick.
Oh, you really say your pistol is out.
I
Okay.
probably have been using my staff as a walking stick.
If the
Okay.
birds attack me, I would like to
Insane,
quick
rather.
draw the greatsword.
This is a
Wait.
surprise round,
Oh, okay.
I would have been
and
walking
the
with
story
my
point. So, I used the story point for a surprise round, basically. And so you guys see this big flash of feathers come down flying, and oh god,
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Ha ha!
and there's
Not nice.
as this bird comes flying down, and it kind of comes down and makes a big flap of its wing towards you, and you feel this really aggressive gust of wind from just a few feet away. But you're
I
able
tuck
to,
and roll to the ground. I found the bird.
and you whip your greatsword out. I'm okay with the quick draw still, having it pop out. So in your roll, you do this awesome like dive, tuck, and roll, and as you come up, you pull the greatsword out. And as you see it attack, and then it flies back up, and it's up in the air at medium range. And you see a second one circling higher above.
Oh boy. Oh boy, boys.
But you just please roll initiative. Extreme. It's high.
How far away are we from the tree line?
We're like in the tree line, but it's not super thick. The forest has gone from the really thick forest to more of like the open stony forest, especially on this cliffside up here.
Okay. What are we rolling?
Let me shoot vigilance.
Bang!
Okay.
That's just fucking.
Yeah.
Boy.
Oh man.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
Have them go second. So Castus, Birds, Cap 1, Valkanon. Okay?
I can't get up to the sky.
Casting works.
They are, the closest one is short range above the ground. Better.
I still don't have anything to.
I do something. You can position yourself by someone. You can hold attack.
You can hold attacks?
I don't know. We can make that a house roll. Do we want to do that?
Well, I would position myself in a way, like, and have my great sword up, and like be like, "Get behind me!" And yeah, I'll hold my attack if I can do that.
Just if it comes down and swoops again.
Yeah, I just put myself in between it and the rest of the team.
So as you do that, you see the one that's really high up start diving down. It comes down into medium range. The one that's close to the ground comes back. It swoops back around in like a big soar, and it comes back again at you up front. And it gets the attack. Oop! I clicked it twice. I'm going to take the first one because that's what it was. So I guess it means an upgrade. That sucks. So that does 8 damage. The threat will be a boost on your attack, we'll say. Go ahead and make your attack towards it.
Okay.
Is it 3 difficulty for engaged?
Great sword, yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep. Alright, so that's 12 damage.
Yep.
As it comes down...
And you didn't have that boost die.
Oh, my bad. God damn. 13 damage? That's the most aggressive boost I've ever seen.
Wow! Yeah, you can't let that threat too.
Carve a huge chunk across its chest, and it pulls back and like. And who is next?
Yo.
All right. I was back up at short range above the ground as well.
Short range above the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to use my signature spell, which is...
Sense Undead? Sense Undead?
What? No.
Sense Undead? Isn't that your...
No, signature spell is a
talent. That's right. I was like,
yeah.
you're...
No, not my...
I mean, you can.
Not my heroic ability.
That's
is it
my
dead
bad.
yet?
Yeah. It's like, is it undead yet? It's like, it doesn't...
And which, it just reduces the difficulty by 1 purple. And it is barrier plus 2 additional targets.
What's it called?
That's true. If it's signature.
Okay.
Fortify. So
Are you saying it out loud? Are you gonna be one of those shouty spellcasters that says the name?
No.
Now it's a great time.
Not yet. I'm not that comfortable with my spell casting yet.
Okay, that's fair.
Just
There's a self-conscious factor.
So it will be 2 purple die.
All right, Trey.
I don't need to roll my weapon for this since I'm not attacking.
No, just whatever magic you're doing. What does that mean?
Fails.
So as you lift up your staff, who did you cast it on?
It would have been Castus, Capwan, or Castus, Bell, and Kanan.
So as you focus on your allies, start to channel this energy, and you see this like flicker, familiar glow, kind of flicker around, and then you see it kind of just like, and then it fades.
Oh, I forgot to change the batteries in this one.
What's batteries?
Does Kanan ask me that?
Are they like calories?
Oh yeah, there gets calories for magic.
Oh, all right.
It's a good explanation.
Who's next? Kanan was next, or Bell?
It's Bell and then
That was
Kanan.
Bell.
Okay.
What range am I?
Short range from one, medium for
the
a
one.
second.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to go ahead and take aim at the short range one and fire at that bitch.
All right, I got your boost die. Go for it.
Okay.
This is the pistol?
My weapon. Yeah, my weapons and talents. There it goes. It gets stuck sometimes. Okay, here we go. Ducting my ammo.
So as you aim up, I mean, is there a specific spot you're aiming for? You're aiming. What are you aiming at?
Mainly just like center mass, dude.
Center
Just trying
mass?
to hit it, really.
So you get this. You get the click. The hammer comes down. You see the spark of the flint into the pan, and just and flies up, and you hear this wet slap, and a burst of mist caught in the sunlight that's almost directly above. And you see it kind of like, and then just kind of like flaps once more, and then just collapses and like wings up, falling and like thud into the ground.
Good shot, Bell.
Oh, that was a doozy there, bud.
All right, Kanan's up.
Where is the second bird?
Medium range up in the sky.
Shoot that bitch with a crossbow.
Is it loaded?
Well,
I imagine it's not loaded. Walked around with the thing taut.
no.
It's been maneuvered to load it though.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
Oh, it's a maneuver to load it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kanan is going to spin his maneuver to load it. And he's going to queue it up. Oh, he can't take aim though, can he? Because that's also
You can
a
take
maneuver.
2 strain to take aim.
He's not gonna do that.
Alright. So no boost dive. But
He's gonna let it fly. He's gonna go. Thump. Oh wait, nope, that's not it.
Boost have been hot.
Yeah.
who's the heaven hot?
Fuck it, he's gonna take aim.
Alright, got it. Dude, the
That's
boost
gonna
dive
be
been hot,
blank.
got him.
It's gonna be blank just because I said that.
Going.
Yeah, there
Yep.
it was. Blank.
Oh my lord.
You hear this thook, and like there's this hard clang as he pulls the handle, and a bolt just soars off into the sky. Like a good 15 feet from the target.
So many failures. This is the wrong direction.
Yeah, he shot at the one that was dead.
Take that! And still missed.
And still missed.
Still missed.
Alright,
Oh,
back to
shit.
Castus at the top.
Is the advantage that he regains his strain?
Yeah, you can do 2 strain with advantage. That is a way
I
to
would
spend
like
them.
to take a defensive stance.
Okay.
And hold my attack.
Alright. So this one comes in and heading in for the back of the bus where Bell is. After that loud flash and little column of smoke and the loud bang, the flash wasn't loud.
Maybe the flash made like an audible hiss that was, you know, who knows?
Yeah, who knows, man? The flash was really loud. But it's coming in, and I think we're gonna use what we can here. Oh man! Comes in with its mouth agape, and as it opens up, you notice it's not a beak, but it has sharp teeth in it.
Oh fuck!
And it latches down on your shoulder and does 8 damage and crits.
Oh, ah!
Add a plus 20 modifier to the crit.
Oh, Jesus fucking ketchup.
Bleeding out.
I mean, they're squishy, but they hit hard. And they fly.
Okay. Critical injuries, you said add up plus 20?
Yes, please.
And then I just hit roll critical, right?
Yes, you do. Man, look at that roll. You're stunned. You can't perform an action next turn. So as this thing's teeth sinks into your shoulder, it's just then it lets go and it flies back up to short range.
Could have been a lot worse, boys.
You've got a really aggressively bloody shoulder.
Does my attack go off? Because I was...
Oh, yeah. So before he starts to take off, I believe, what does defensive stance do? It adds a setback to attacks? Or just a...
Adds a setback to being attacked for sure. Maybe
I think it does
also
both.
attacks. Guard, add... Oh, melee defense, yeah.
So a setback, yes?
Yeah.
Alright, so you're still engaged as it comes down, but as it's latched on, you take a swing at it.
Fuck me.
So you take a swing down, and as like Belle's writhing as it latches, like bites on, and she pulls back, it kind of rides him forward and like gives another big swoop as and it just comes up as your greatsword swings right under it. It's back up at short range. Cap1, I believe, is next.
Oh, I don't think so. There, Scooter. He says, and he
Got him. Fucking got him with that scooter.
I aim up my
Bell says, what is Scooter?
Well, do you really want me to answer that right now?
Just like kind of mumbles it, like you just hear
As
that
she's
like from
got
behind.
gushing blood from a wound in her shoulder. She's
That's
like
what
in
stunned her.
shock.
It's the Kawaran equivalent of chub. I'm
Just
gonna.
Not quite fatty? Is that what you just said to this bird?
I'm gonna hit it with a destructive attack.
Please do.
It's 3 purple.
You said you're aiming?
Yeah.
Alright, aim away. I got it. I got the boost die. I guess I have it. But you're ready. Oh, no, you're not. I'm changing the wrong. Okay.
Fuck me.
So, take your 2 strain
And then heal it again.
if you choose to. Yeah, just to keep you remembering that spells cost strain.
Yeah, no, I've got it.
Alright, so what's this spell look like? Is this the white one you've been using?
Yeah, it's the.
So you
divine.
get this white blue bolt and it launches up into the sky and you see it kind of arc and then just swing past right over it and head off into the distance. Spell's up, you got to maneuver, you don't have an action.
I am going to just like stay bended, I guess. I do
Like a
kind of
guard?
a defensive, yeah,
Yeah, you can do a
stance
guard.
or like guard. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that.
So you're gonna go on guard and you're just like,
Yeah,
you got the stick.
can I start a reload of my pistol?
So you can use the maneuver to reload it or to guard it. It costs a maneuver
I'm
to
gonna
go into
do a
guard.
maneuver just to reload then.
Okay, so you start putting the powder in.
You gotta get that quick draw.
Oh, yeah, I do. I do need to get that. Maybe this sesh.
It's 5
Alright.
XP.
Back up to Castus at the tippity toppity.
Kanan,
That's right, Kanan's next.
he starts singing. He says, "You're as cold as ice, willing to sacrifice the bird."
Dun, 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 dun,
And
dun.
how does he roll his? I guess he just rolls the skill.
Maybe
The verse. I think he just rolls
verse
verse.
is the one. What's,
Yeah,
what's the
it's-
spell?
It's going to be an attack with ice.
Okay. Can he do that? Is that fire? I don't know how spells work that well. Is that totally kosher? Cool. What's the difficulty?
B2.
2.
Alright, you're good to go. You're as cold as ice!
Jesus.
I didn't even look at his. That wouldn't have done anything anyway. So
That was negotiation.
Whoops.
It's not convinced.
You want to re-roll that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll the right skill. Hey! Alright, so what's his skill on it?
It was
One.
an attack spell. Ice and
One.
snare with
So what's his cunning, or not his cunning, his presence?
3.
present
3
is
plus 3, I think, per instrument. Is that right? Am I crazy?
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if he ever made his instrument. Because it is a magic.
He has a lute.
Yeah, but I don't know if you ever statted it.
The lute.
We'll call it 3 right now.
It's not statted.
Probably what it is.
And it does ensnare per ranks and lore, which are 0.
Hold and snare 0, but he shoots as he goes. You're as cold as ice. He hits a chord, and as it comes out, you feel this field, and then this in front of him, it just kind of launches up, and these kind of small crystals start collecting on the head of this thing as it's flying around. And how much damage is it? 6 damage?
Yeah.
Alright. Castus.
Is it still in the sky?
It is short range above the ground.
I would like to get close to it.
Like,
And smite. I'm going to smite.
oh.
Smite it.
Oh, fuck. Where's the spellbook? Oh, why is it in there? And I would like to make it... Oh, not that. I think... Yeah, I'm just gonna smite and make it deadly.
Is that 3?
No, that'd be 2. 2 perp.
Okay. It is ready. Alright, so take your 2 strain.
What did fucking Tanner roll? Okay.
These are really aggressive. Then take a... So you can choose whether to take 2 more strain or 1 wound for the threat.
I'll take 2 more strain.
Okay. Need to use this for the aggressive magic table.
I should have aimed. Because I had nothing else to do.
You can maintain your guard.
No, yeah, I guess I will now. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll smite. So when I smite, I have my sword and I like slice the air, and this like arc of divine energy like flies out through the air like.
How much damage does it do?
4.
4 damage? Alright, so as it comes up, you get this, there's this golden, almost sparkling line flies up, and it looks like the edge of a sword in kind of an arc as it flies up, and it goes across, and it hits, and it makes an impression, and comes back, and like you see some feathers like pop off, and some of them are cut in half, but didn't like make any cuts on the flesh or anything like that. Gonna swing back in on Kanan, I think, after that that ludicrous display. But he's gonna be a little more careful, I think. Use the wings so it can stay a little farther away. No, I got the one setback for guard. That's it.
Oh, you said Kanan. Is he coming at me?
Yeah, Castus, sorry.
Yeah. Just the one.
This one's just picking out the aggressive ones. But as the wing comes down, so you see it kind of swoop down after your arc hits it, and it's coming in, you see its wing coming right towards your head, and you're able to duck under it. And like right as you see it, you see the kind of hardened forward edge that has like sharp like spines on it, almost like bladed, like really hardened feathers for cutting. Where you imagine that these get their name from. But it swoops back up after its attack, and it's back up to short. Kepwan.
I'm going to cast another attack. This is going to be a deadly attack. It's going to be 2 purple.
Got it.
I'm going to take aim with my maneuver.
Got it.
Make sure I roll the right shit.
Jesus.
Christ.
Take 2 stone, then spend your 5 advantage. You got 3 extra advantage left over.
I'm going to pass boost die on
Boost die!
the next attacker.
To Belle.
Yeah.
She's got her pistol loaded. She's recovered from that stun.
Shit, I think you can upgrade with 3.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. We'll figure it out later, but I'm fine with it at the moment.
I just want to shoot it. And
Yeah, I've got
it.
an upgrade in you. I got the boost die for you. Go ahead.
Ow!
8 damage, which will... Oh yeah, she's still going. But, so you get it right on the shoulder.
Nice.
And I'm going to give it a setback for its next move. It's not looking good, but it's still flying.
And then Kanan.
Kanan's up.
Kanan is going to... Fuck it, he's going to reload the crossbow. Take another
Alright.
whack at it.
Maneuver to reload.
Maneuver to reload.
And it's ready. Dunk!
Does it go through?
Damage.
8 damage.
Yeah, that's Exacxies. As it flies up, gets it right in the throat, and it
Jeez.
kind of goes, and just kind of like flaps a few times, kind of crashes into some treetops and lands like maybe 50 yards away.
You have a thing for the throat there, Conan.
He did it again, didn't he? That at 15 feet.
Wow.
Just like launching it.
Say goodbye to our new friends.
I would like to, the one that's closest to me, try to scavenge it for...
What's the thing we always forget? Post-combat, there's a...
Healing strain.
Cool or discipline.
Yeah.
Is it discipline? Discipline makes more sense to me.
Do one or the other.
Yeah, you can pick
okay.
cool or discipline.
Yes, everybody roll that. And then is it per advantage or per success you get to heal?
Yeah, I think it's one per success.
I just had it. End of encounter, discipline, cool check, 1. Success equals strain.
Okay.
Booty.
Same thing when you can spend advantage as success? Spend advantage to heal strain?
No, I think it's just
Success to heal strain.
I think
Yeah.
Triumph can heal wounds, maybe.
Okay. Yep. So, I guess this is one of those cases where you just disregard the boosts. Unopposed. Everybody heals one strain, it seems.
I would like to try to scavenge anything salvageable off the corpse of one of them.
I would like to salvage the other corpse.
In terms of looking for items or like harvesting animal
Materials.
parts?
Animal materials.
Them,
Okay.
them razor edges.
Either the razor edges or like a hard beak or something.
Alright, so I'm gonna give, it'll be, average with the setback because it's a unfamiliar and kind of tough material, but survival check. You're working on it, but you're not able to get too much usable. Like, you got some feathers, but nothing like that seems immediately super useful. Same thing. There's like some feathers and stuff, but every time you're trying to get like hide, it like keeps ripping and tearing.
How many feathers do I get?
Get 6 razor wing feathers that are they're the flight feathers. They're the non-razor feathers. Not like you can't like make a knife with these.
Each. 6 each?
I mean, I didn't fail. I got something.
That's true. That one's feathers are all matted in blood.
Yeah, because I was scavenging the one that
Blood and
Cannon shot in the
mange.
neck.
Yeah, there was a lot more blood this
Like,
one.
oh, these are loose.
It didn't just get its heart taken out by a pistol shot, like it was like bleeding out on the ground.
Got chub.
Alright, you guys finished the battle and figured it out. You guys are right there, if you want to look around or
To the east.
blindly head east after your encounter.
Finally head east.
Maybe we should check out the lake from where these birds came.
Maybe we should check out the
East.
forest to the east.
Should we make an effigy out of this razor wing?
Yes,
That-
ward
Yes.
off the enemies.
Aggressive from Castus out of nowhere, I love it.
Yes.
I take my greatsword and I cleave one of the heads,
Yeah, it happens.
and I hand it to Belle.
It's like this really
Can I like?
fucked up face. It's almost like a
Okay.
gargoyle head.
I would like to like make
like it is ugly.
Can I get like a bunch of stones and make a stone circle, and then like put the head in the center, and maybe
Don't put it on the stick.
Put it on the stick.
yeah, put it on the stick,
You give
and,
a sharpened stick.
and
ready.
then yeah, put it on the sharpened stick and put it in the center of the circle of stones.
Light it on fire and throw some leaves
No,
on
I
it.
don't know if we're lighting it on fire. I think we're just gonna leave it there to rot.
Bury the
It'll
forest.
serve as a warning.
Very much taking your defensive moves from the forest.
Exactly.
Ward off predators.
Alright, so, you probably take an hour here to set up this little shrine.
I'll help. Look for rocks and dig a
Yeah,
hole for the stick.
I want to also put the wings on the stick somehow.
Okay, you guys want to make a combined mechanics check?
I'll roll the mechanics.
Alright,
If somebody
I
wants
have
to-
nothing to contribute to this roll.
I'm gonna add a boots die for effort.
Moral support.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep, who's the effigy engineer? Apparently Cap One is good at it. He knows.
Hey, I spent a lot of time
It's-
walking around the fucking desert. Like, I'm a little bit ingenuitive.
Cap One seems to kind of know exactly what's happening while this is going on, and the setback are you guys kind of get a little freaked out by how good at making this effigy he is. Like, it's a little creepy.
Rare. Cap One, it's beautiful.
Oh, I've had to ward off plenty of beasts in my day.
Well, this is gonna ward off something.
Oh yeah. That's
And I like look at Bell like, eh. Like it might ward us off. Yeah, and then now to the east.
Alright, so as you guys leave your...
I start walking to the west after he says that, and then oh yeah, right, no, this way.
What time of day are we at now that we spent?
It's just post-noon here, sun's still pretty high up.
Okay.
So you can leave your battle-scarred land and, I imagine, just discarded body parts as you were selecting the correct ways, you know, what to put on the effigy, what to leave around. Like,
Yeah.
I assume there's this horrifying scene now at this point.
Doesn't look good.
It's bad news here. Belle's bleeding pretty aggressively from her shoulder, and Cassius has got to cut along somewhere.
Oh, but just a flesh wound.
Arm, maybe across the chest from a wing slice him.
I'm okay.
I'd like to try some first aid or something.
Okay. On yourself?
Does somebody want to do it for me?
I can.
Cap One.
There's literally 3 people who can use magic to heal, and no one has yet.
I will.
I have to do that
He's
myself.
quick at Cap One has.
Cassius tried to res somebody.
I
I'll
will
try to
heal-
rest somebody
I'm
as
gonna
well.
heal Bell. It's gonna be 1 purple.
Okay,
Oh,
he's ready.
nope. Up. Oh. Hip. Hop. Hip. 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 Hip.
Alright, so how many wounds is that?
Should be 1 wound per uncancelled success and 1 strain per uncancelled advantage.
Alright, and then choose
I
to
go for
take. So you
Cassius
take the 2 strain,
Yep.
and then you can choose to take the 2 strain or 1 wound from the threat.
I would love a little.
Just a dab.
Just a holy touch.
Kanan can, I think, as well with verse.
I'll take the divine.
Kanan will do it. Have Kanan.
I'll take the divine.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I don't think you know if it's divine, Beam. I don't know. Maybe. He's probably talked about his god, Lord and Savior, Khazradon.
I mean, I can see it's coming from the same place that I know of.
Probably. Not like, yeah. There you go. That's something.
I don't know what that does, but I'm taking
Blap,
that advantage to
blap,
heal
blap,
strain.
Yep, you take 2 more strain. So you take 1 strain.
What does the triumph do? Just give it an extra success?
I'll have it count as 2 wounds. If you wanted to do that.
That's fine, I'm already full.
Okay, if you're full, then can I use it to heal 2
Yep.
success or 2 strain?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, good deal.
So you guys both come, Cap One comes over and lays his hand on you and feel this warmth and energy come, and you feel your wounds hurt less and the pain go and the blood kind of stop in Bell's case. But Castus, you almost see this sharp cut across your chest. You can almost see the skin knitting back together. Cap One's has his hand on you and is channeling this energy into you.
Well, I mumble something in my native tongue,
Thank you, Cap One.
in Thularian.
Mm-hmm.
You're quite proficient with the magic.
Oh, well, you wander around the desert for about 3 years. You know, you gotta figure out ways to keep yourself alive. Plus, after, well,
But just as like back knowledge, like wandering the desert was considered a way to like show your worship to Khazradon, like a spirit quest. Yeah.
And for 3 years.
oh yeah, 3 years. It was a long time. I
Doing a walkabout.
was kind of exiled from my hometown there, as it were.
Is that where you got that scar?
It has something to do with it.
From the desert or your hometown?
The desert, but well, the guy who I learned the magic from, he gave me this.
So not too friendly.
Oh, he seemed friendly. He taught me a lot, and then and then everything goes dark from there.
Okay then.
So I'm talking to the guy who turned into some mangy coyote. That's my point. Let's not forget that you're with two people who had these horrible, like,
Transformations that were startling and horrifying and gave me nightmares.
Is that why she woke up? Ah!
Yeah,
I love it.
that's why.
Alright, to the east then. Let's find these ruins.
Alright, so you guys head off, and who's up front? Same order?
Oh, lead the way!
Alright.
After you.
You wanna make a survival check for me, Miss Bell?
Fiber. Fail.
Good God. What happened?
Should Kanan also try to survive?
Oh.
My God.
No, Bell be leading.
Fail.
Oh, we're not doing two by
Well,
twos.
I'll roll a boost die for it.
It's not gonna.
I don't think it's gonna help.
It probably wouldn't help, but well, there you go. That dramatic
Dude,
blank
fuck your
boost
boost
die.
Get boost out of here.
You wander in the it probably
like that
takes
word.
I can't.
you 2 hours to just get down from this cliff and head towards that. Are you heading towards the way that the patch was? Kinda. I mean, that was east, so yeah.
Yeah.
So you probably take about 2 or 3 hours, get into mid-afternoon, and then you start to get back into more forest like it was around Stones Brook. But there's something kind of amiss about the forest. You guys want to all make a perception check for me.
I would do that, and then without the perception check, would I still be able to tell that something is amiss?
Yeah, like you get this weird feeling about it, but yeah, so
Jesus.
Cassis and Bell kind of notice that the trees they seem older. Things seem a little more ancient here.
Do I sense any spirits lingering?
No, there's no undead spirits you can
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
But you guys are. Bell or Capwan, would you know much about geography in this area?
A little bit.
Like, would you character know
Oh, I bought that book.
Yeah, I was gonna say you bought the book.
That's true. All right, so I'm gonna have Bell and Castus roll knowledge geography.
Geography. Bell, have you read the book yet?
Evidently, I have.
Well, you took a few glances.
I was gonna say if he started
roll.
reading
read
the book, that'd be a
enough.
boost die or something.
The cover,
I don't-
the back cover.
Well, no, I'm just counting that on having this potential to know this is why I had it roll, because I don't think Cap1 or Kanan would have an idea.
I would not know about the geography of anywhere but my homeland. So
Yeah. So when you were looking at the book in general area, on all the maps that you saw, the northern edge of where you were on the lumber road, there's always something called the Timber Maw Woods. And there's not a lot on it in the book, but it's said to be an ancient forest. And as you've been walking, like, there's more of, like, it's switched from, like, standard pine trees, like a north, like, Pacific Northwesty forest with, like, a lot of pine trees and stuff like that, to thicker trunked trees.
kind of like redwoods, perhaps.
Not like massive,
Yes, sir.
tall redwoods.
Okay.
More like lots of really complicated, like the root systems are more above ground, and they get
Oak
like,
or something.
yeah, like there's a lot
Yes.
of moss on everything, but everything's really thick. Like the trees have all been there for a very, very long time.
Does it look untouched?
It looks very much natural,
Okay.
entirely natural, just ancient. There's like it's not like a sense of magic or anything, just like a sense of like permanence and age. Now that you're the one the Timberlaw Woods comes to your mind, and that this might be you might be getting close to it.
This is an interesting tree,
Yeah, so like picture like 8 or 9 feet diameter trunk.
Like a fucking, like a, definitely.
But it's probably like 100 feet tall, but like it's one of those short, stout with just really
A
thick,
big ass
complicated
oak, dude.
branch systems.
Like a gargantuan bonsai tree.
Yeah, kind of like that. Picture kind of a giant bonsai tree.
oh,
And like the roots above the ground, and you walk up, and like this thing's big.
I poke it
Wooden.
and I knock on it.
Feels wooden.
I say, "Tell me your secrets in my native tongue."
You wait. You wait for a moment. Another moment passes.
come on! Are you talking to a tree?
Oh yeah, you never heard about this?
No, can't say I have.
Oh, trees keep many secrets.
You saying some trees can talk?
Oh, in a sense.
Insight.
Okay. I mean, are you telling the truth? I feel like he's telling the truth in his own, mind.
Yeah,
I feel like he
I
believes.
wandered the desert for 3 years. I've heard some shit talk to me. I've heard some trees say some shit.
It doesn't seem like he's lying, and you kind of question. Like he definitely seems like he may have conversations with trees. It seems genuine enough.
I would like to roll to see if I believe it or just.
All right, make a general intelligence check.
That's fair. 2 green.
Yeah. Hold on, don't roll yet. Okay, go.
That's my best roll all night.
You don't think that talking to trees is going to yield any results, but you do definitely believe that he has talked to them and believed he got something out.
Okay. I don't think. We should start asking around these trees. There'd be a lot of conversation.
Oh yeah, this one isn't saying much.
If they did talk, we'd be here for centuries. Because these trees would be a talkers.
That's his professional assessment. Oh, man.
Should we onward then?
I go to the next tree and poke it. No, I'm kidding.
You go to the tree.
I'm kidding.
It's similar. It's kind of thick still. Same thing. Like on the upper level of the branches, they start to get closer. Basically, the canopies start to grow closer together.
How
there
tall?
shit hanging- Go
like-
ahead.
How tall?
It's like 100 feet.
Okay,
It's
that's
not
what
a
I
small
thought you said.
tree, but it's
Yeah,
it's
that's
more
what I thought.
stout than it is tall.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there like shit hanging from
She's
the trees?
fatter
like
than
moss
she
or-
is
Yeah, it's like that
tall.
that beardy moss, the
Okay,
white
yeah.
wispy kind
You
of
Vanish.
stuff.
see when you start getting down into Georgia and eastern
Yeah.
or western Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. And you poke that one again. It's very similar. You ask your same line of questioning, and there's like there's some wind going, so you hear like the rustle of leaves and stuff like that.
Oh. Think we're on the right track, boys.
Maybe we
Onward
keep
then.
moving east.
All right, so you guys carry on through the forest, and after about another hour or two, where you should still have pretty full light, in the mid to late afternoon, it starts to get a bit dimmer. The trees start to be closer together, and the canopies start to grow together and become harder to distinguish. But don't picture like a rainforest kind of canopy where there's the moisture and stuff. This is like, it's very much just like a standard forest, but there's this like lingering feel of like ancientness. And these trees all seem very, very old.
My lights just flickered.
I saw that. I was like,
Yeah. Dude.
Like, if I go dark, you know what happens.
Is it one of those ice quakes?
Fucking hope not, dude.
Is it one of those ice quakes I heard about?
No, you'd be able to hear him.
If you guys want to make a perception check here, I'll give you a set light because now you're going to be in what's dim light.
I can remove
You can,
setbacks.
yeah. So just wait for them to roll.
Okay.
What am I rolling? Sorry.
Just perception.
What about Kanan? Can he also remove setbacks for his race?
I can't see shit.
He cannot. I don't think he's just a human. City dwelling human. All right.
Alright,
So
here, let me roll
the
Kanan.
dub. Hold.
Let me roll Kanan.
Go.
Purr.
All right.
And then me.
Madam Bell, hold on. Bell roll again. Get the double upgrade.
Ooh.
Alright, now you go. Wait. Now. Alright, so as you look around,
Brutal dice tonight.
Yeah, mine is.
some of them have been
shitty.
really aggressive, except for the boost die. The boost die have been coming in.
sometimes.
Yeah, not after I said that.
That's true.
I got like 6 blank boost die.
So as you look around, you see these, like the ground cover is kind of like moss. But under some of it, as you're walking, you feel like your foot scuff, and you see a stone that's kind of unnaturally round and shaped and placed, and then next to it there's a few like cobbles. And as you begin to look around, it's almost like an ancient road that's grown over. Not like a full cobblestone road, but like large paving stones that are spaced, like a path. Bell and kind of pick up on this.
These large cobblestones appear to be shaped path,
Oh.
perhaps leading to the east.
So you say we're going the right way?
I think so.
Oh, they fumbled it around for 5 days and didn't find shit.
We've been out here for an afternoon.
Amateurs.
I think we should negotiate price when we get back to KB. Or Krell.
I agree. Uh, Perhaps Kanan can have a go at it this time.
Oh yeah, Kanan, you could sing him a song.
I mean, I guess, yeah, sure. Does he seem like he likes music?
Everyone likes music.
True.
What kind of scooter doesn't like music, eh?
We're gonna figure out that once we go finally to Cap 1's like hometown, like Scooter's like the most offensive thing.
Like the most aggressive slur. Like
Just the most racist thing.
like he's just calling everyone that's not a Ghostwood native by like some really derogatory slur. They call everyone else scooters.
That's funny.
That's canon now. That's what it is. That's canon.
He seems nice, but he's just a douche.
That pulls his pants all the way down around his ankles when he pees.
Yeah.
That seems right.
Like anyone who calls people Scooter, I mean that makes a lot of sense.
Cat 1 might be on the spectrum, guys.
Alright, so you guys found this little path. Just carrying on, or starting to
Is
get
it
kind of dark? Yeah.
I light a torch, but I would like to carry on.
All right.
We can carry on.
Pitter patter.
You guys,
Anyone else have a torch?
I have a torch.
Alright.
I'll light me a torch.
as you travel for another hour or two, the light keeps fading, and so Belle lights a second torch to help keep the darkness at bay. You need to be pretty careful with these torches too, because the moss is getting pretty common, hanging, drooping down, and that can catch.
Oh shit.
Yes. Everyone's worried, dude. You gotta be Smokey the Bear here. Gotta be your own. God, please don't catch my forest on fire. I don't know what would happen. All the canopies touching together. You're dodging kind of the beard moss, and you carry on for another 2 hours, and it's starting to get into proper night now, and it's essentially pitch black, and this cacophony of bugs, like cicadas, crickets, all the noisy bugs are just.
Cap 1 doesn't like this. You can tell he's starting to get like pissed off because he's not used to all the flying
Yeah, and there'd
insects
be.
and the noises, and he's starting to get irritated.
Can you flip our roll 20 to the big map?
And, oh, that's me.
Nye?
Thank you. I just want to see where we're at.
And, you see little flickering, flashes of light around
Okay.
as the night begins to fall. You look closer, you see these little bugs flying around that light up. There's this really strange pitch blackness, but all around you for as far as you can see before the forest gets too dark. Just the flashing light of bugs. And we can take another break here.
Okay.
Taking a break. We'll be
Yep.
right back.
Bum, bum, ba-dum. Bum, ba-da-da, 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 bum, bum, ba-da. Just saw Patrick's message in the Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So far, this stream has been okay. I think I've got pretty much everything dialed in as far as sound and shit goes.
Nice. Yeah, I think it takes just one or two to figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, it took me much longer than that.
Plus, I'm gonna rearrange the. I just threw up the background. Okay, so we're back.
Alright, so as you guys have been traveling, it's starting to get dark, and you can carry on, but you're starting to get into you're starting to get pretty tired. You can carry on, but you'll probably start getting a bit exhausted, entering to exhaustion.
Well, should we camp?
Well, yeah. I'm gonna have a little snack and lay down.
I make the fire, and once I get enough light,
So, looking around as you're making this, try looking for like logs and branches to make this fire. Unlike most forests, you don't find a lot of wood on the ground. Branches don't seem to be laying around. There's not as much like just dead wood around. It all seems to be alive and attached to trees.
Well, we could try to use some of this moss here hanging from the canopy.
I have to go fireless tonight.
I was like, how many torches do you guys have?
This is my last one.
Okay.
Muted, Chris.
I have one more torch, and I think I have some paper from some notes and things that we could burn. We could use some of the live wood from a tree.
How illuminating is the forest with these bugs?
It's not like illuminating as much as like a dazzling, blinking kind of thing. Like they're not like lighting up the area more than probably a few inches around them. Like you might see the side of a tree or like a little spot, but there's like hundreds of them. But it's more like flickering stars under a canopy. So instead of seeing up, you don't see the night sky because the canopy is so thick. You look around and see it flashing around you.
Would I know of any dangers of the woods?
After Bell mentioned that the Timbermont Woods, you've heard stories, and they were always of the type to be very wary and easy to get lost.
Sam Squatches?
Not necessarily Sam Squatches, but lots of stories about wild animals, big, massive animals, bears, elk, but bigger than normal, like
Okay.
elk the size of like a large moose kind of thing, like big animals like that. Wildcats, like panthers, spiders. Just like big, like forest animals that you normally find around, but like these are a different level. Like they're bigger and not necessarily more aggressive, but also not more. They're more of yeah, not less so either. So like, but just larger and stronger. There's rumors. You've probably heard stories of animal gods. or not animals, animal spirits, basically. Like people from up here, you'd probably cross paths with one or two of the I think they're not Ithorian. What do they call them? Well, anyways, here, Rangers of something.
Timbermaw?
Oh, they had a name. Thül. So there'd be Thyllians. And you would have probably encountered a few of the Rangers who've come down to talk to people in the kingdom, but they worship animal gods.
Okay. Maybe a fire would attract too much attention tonight. Maybe we should just lay low.
Fair enough.
Well, I could maybe try to summon a creature for us to keep watch.
Hey, you can do that?
Oh, it'll be tough, but I could give it a whack.
Whack.
Divine have conjure?
Hmm?
Does Divine have conjure?
No.
Okay. Just curious.
Blood does though.
Yeah, that's right. I was just checking.
Yeah, no, I would have to.
Yeah,
do
no,
some
no.
crazy
Sorry.
shit.
Sorry. Carry on.
I start making my bedroll and put my backpack at the helm of it and right at the base of a tree, kind of like for protection a little bit from at least one side.
Alright.
So,
Guess this is making a bet against the side of a tree.
so that's a no there on that bear.
Give it a shot.
Oh, I'll try. What silhouette would a bear be? 2? I imagine.
Just like a normal bear.
Yeah, just like a bear that's around.
So like a black bear would be like silhouette 1, but like a big grizzly would be silhouette 2.
Okay, I'm gonna try to summon a friendly bear to come and
Okay.
Famous last words.
watch.
Oops, he's not friendly. I think there's a bestiary somewhere.
There is. It doesn't have bears. Okay, so what's the difficulty?
For a friendly, it would be 2 purple.
Okay. Didn't to get above a minion, it needs more?
Yeah, I would have to. It would be 3 purple. You're right.
Yep. Get a rival. No larger than silhouette 1, I believe.
2.
No larger than silhouette 2? Okay.
So you said grizzly would be silhouette 2.
He's like a big brown bear.
Okay, so if I'm gonna have to roll medium summon, then I'm gonna go ahead and make it the biggest fucking bear I can summon. Actually, let's make it a moose because I think moose is in the bestiary.
Have them both up here. And let's see. These are all like really aggressive things. Terrifying spider.
I could have swore I thought I saw a moose in there.
No,
be
there's a
mistaken.
big gorilla. So I can use that stats for a moose for right now.
Okay. So 3
Got
purple.
it. 3 purples ready.
Okay.
Do it.
You upgrading?
Yep.
Okay, it's ready.
On titty. Shit! Dude, I don't think I've rolled a single.
No, you've
There's
been
not even a success on those, yeah.
yeah, you've been rough.
As Kep1 starts to cast this spell,
I
you guys
draw
notice.
blood. I fucking take the wrap off my left hand. And I
Yeah,
fucking-
actually, if you guys want to make perception checks here, if you were watching or paying attention,
Let's do that.
if you're completely oblivious and don't think you would have noticed, don't bother rolling. But if you would have been curious about him saying he could summon some kind of
Some
animal,
kind of gorilla, bear, moose.
Alright, so you guys both see as he's focusing, closes his eyes, and starts chanting, he pulls out his wand, which he hasn't been using a lot, right? I'm assuming that's what you're using.
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
And you see him squeezing, and kind of the muscles on his arm and his face clench up, and then you see these drops of blood start dripping from his hand, and cap on as you grab your wand. And you squeeze it. As soon as you feel the sharp edges of your wand pierce your skin and the blood touch it, you feel this surge of power and this vast ocean of like potential. And you slowly put your mind into it, and you're imagining what you are trying to summon, and you cast it into this like of wavy energy that's
I feel like it'd be like a
pitched.
shockwave that kind of slowly.
Yeah. So picture like
Moves out.
like out on the ocean in storm, big waves, but it's all of this black energy. You cast in your intent. It goes in, and you feel as soon as you dip your hand in, you feel like how much power you could have.
And then he just farts.
But as soon as you do, you're jarred back, and the picture you had, not the fart, as soon as you touch the surface, so you get this feeling of like an endless potential and an endless amount of power. But something was wrong in your image that you had, and something. It seemed like something was off.
Like I was scared to tap into it.
Yeah.
Maybe something in my
And take
in my
3,
subconscious.
2 strain, and then 2 strain or a wound.
I'll take a wound.
Yeah, makes sense for the hand.
Yeah. So yeah.
So you
I
guys
just-
saw him do something and then focus and have this like gone. He was gone for probably about 15 seconds mentally, and then you see his hand dripping blood.
No questions asked.
Are you okay, Cap One?
Oh,
And I think you'd be a bit shook, like the amount of energy and pull that you
Mhm.
felt of this body, like it was a lot.
I've been better, but I'm also very frightened. I've never seen the forest glow in this way before, and I'm trying to tap into something that I'm not really too familiar with at this point.
Well, why don't you try and get some rest? I'll take the first watch.
That might be good. I will take the last. And I throw out my bedroll. I take the wrap, and I wrap my hand back up,
Mm-hmm.
put my wand away, roll out my bedroll up against like a stone or something, a large boulder.
Yeah,
and,
one's known for sleeping against hard objects. His move
And
is to
I-
find the hardest object in the vicinity and put his head against it as a pillow.
Yep, and I doze off as I bleed profusely from my hand.
Speaking of just out of character, do I need to heal my critical injury since it says it's only for 1 round?
Yes, so you still have to heal it. The effect only lasts for 1 round.
But it will add
so,
to the next one if I
yeah,
get
so
another.
if you get
Right.
another one, it'll offset it. So you still have the critical injury,
Right,
but
right.
yeah.
Say something to Cap One in the morning. He might be able to help.
Okay.
So I'm asleep. When we sleep, we regain a wound, correct?
1 wound, all strain.
Okay.
If you make it through the whole night. So don't heal it yet.
Okay.
On completion of rest. I'm just
I'm
keep this-
in this.
keep this suspense.
Foreshadowing.
So, Castus is taking the first watch.
Second.
Okay. So, as everybody goes to sleep, the lightning bugs continue to flicker. It just still is loud. Very loud. Louder than any forest you guys have spent the night in so far. Do you have a torch or anything? Or are you just propped against your tree, staring into the dark?
I'm gonna put out the torch. I'm just kind of listening
for
things in the immediate
can.
vicinity.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Perceive. Or don't.
So as you sit and look and listen, it's very difficult to make out any objects. Like, you can make the flickers of trees, and you're almost tracking shapes behind the flashing of the lightning bugs. But you watch for probably 3 hours, 3.5. It's uneventful. Nothing seems to be drawing your attention too much. Go to wake up Belle, alert her to the...
Hey, Belle.
Belle opens her eyes, not startled this time, and
He opens her
prepares
eyes
for the
unstartled.
watch. Prepare for the night's activities of sitting in the dark.
That is the night's activity. Go ahead and roll your perception.
Shown.
Are you doing anything? Are you lighting a torch? Or are you just sitting in the dark?
I am just sitting in the dark and rolling a upgrade.
Good God.
A lot of those floating around
Yeah,
in this session.
it's like
Only for
3 or
him.
4.
Yeah.
You're good.
Fuck.
Alright, so you have a pretty uneventful night. You're sitting in there and propped against the tree. But at one point, you feel a tickle on your leg.
Ooh.
And at first you're not sure if you felt it. But then as you look, there's like a massive tarantula crawling up your leg.
Hey.
How do you react?
I would like to, let's see here.
Actually, let's make a quick roll. Let's make a cool check.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, make a cool check. Let's make a little cool check here. Use the dice.
Wow.
Oh, cool!
Cool as a cucumber. There's massive spiders crawling along your leg. You just look down, and you can kind of see the rough outline in the almost pitch darkness. It's probably about as big as a hand.
Oof. Keep it
My
as a pet.
character is used to,
Sailing?
like camel spiders from the
That's true.
deserts of
Yeah.
Jawara, so, she is going to, I want to,
Ooh, Castus is having a dream.
I would like to,
like, it's where it's on my leg.
That biggest spider. I was like,
Yeah, it's
On my
crawling up
leg.
your leg, yeah.
Okay, I would like to grab it, like just grab it in my hand, kind of like
gently
loose,
or
but
like
gently, and then I'm gonna
Okay.
fucking bite its head off, just like take a fucking chunk out of it.
Fucking
Like,
Ozzy Osbourne.
That's what
up
I
in
think
this
you're a
bitch.
spider crawling me, you filth.
oh fuck yeah! What if it's
So what do I have
poisonous?
to do?
That'd be a brawl check.
Well, I'm going to
Melee.
say first, make an animal handling check, which will be survival. Let's call it survival.
Okay.
To pick it up in a way that it doesn't immediately get aggressive and like bite your hand. So this is for the I can pick up a spider without it biting me check. Okay. You come in like that and scoot under the legs. So this
Like,
is a big
oh,
spider.
hello, gentle creature.
It's
and then
in
just
your
like,
hand.
I would like to attempt to just fucking like.
I hate this.
That was a savage.
Bell's a
Oh,
You're
dude,
gonna
you
find a
gotta-
tiny little effigy with a little spider and its legs out in the morning with like a small pile of pebbles around it.
That's
And
pretty
you
good
guys
protein.
don't know, like you guys are asleep, so you're
I know.
not privy to
Make
this
a
behavior.
make a brawl check.
Hell yes.
Go for it.
So,
Fucking insane person.
with my
I'll give you a boost
my
for the
precision
animal. No, I'm
talent,
not
I
gonna
can
give you
use
a
cunning
boost.
instead of brawl.
Okay. Okay.
So, do you want me to just put the dice in my dice pool?
No, I've got the difficulty here.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. I'm trying to guess how hard. I think this is.
Story point.
This is totally worthy of a bell because
So as you bring it up, the way you handle it somehow kept it from, doing little spider raise its front leg things or anything like that, and it doesn't jump or leap. And you're able to get it close. And you just then you go for it. Oh, you haven't? I thought the survival was it? Roll. So it's right here.
okay,
Just put it in your dice pool, yeah.
okay,
Okay. Yeah, I have the purple dice.
got you. Okay.
Yeah, oh!
Fuck yes. Looking at it.
So I had decided just to let you know if you had gotten 2 threat, it was going to have bitten you on the way in.
On the tongue.
and it would have been bad poisonous, but you'd have had a fat lip for the next 2 or 3 days.
No, what happened?
Dude, what's the advantage of me eating a fucking spider?
Dude, you gained its power, obviously.
Where's Bell?
Out of my ass.
So you crunch.
Just fucking. Whoosh, whoosh.
You crunch down on it, and you feel these hot juices.
Ugh.
I guess it's not hot; it's a spider. You feel the juices pop out, and the crunch of the exoskeleton, and the legs kind of for a second twitch, but then they just start twitching as the nerve endings are now just out.
Yeah.
And it goes up.
I don't know why I did that.
It goes up to a fall. I don't know why.
I'm glad you did.
Me too, man.
I feel
Yeah,
like it's
me
some really
too.
important character dev for some
It is-
reason.
it is gonna
feels
be
like it's
important.
really important. Something was
Gonna
just
be
created right now.
What are you
Yeah.
gonna do with a dead body?
Yeah, you have a
I'm just
happy
gonna I got
spider.
half of it. I'm just gonna toss it just next to me.
You're not gonna make an effigy to.
No.
Eat the rest of it.
This is like on
Put it in your
Trogana.
backpack.
This is like a Trogana's tradition to eat the head of the fucking thing.
Fucking
That's a-
Anthony Bourdain over here trying some wild ass food.
part.
Yeah, I wasn't hungry.
I just want everyone
Let me
to
just
know.
put it that way.
Okay.
It wasn't for taste. It was
The rest
for a
of your
message.
For power.
very strange watch comes to an end relatively uneventfully compared to the fucking devouring of a giant tarantula head. I think it's on giant, but tarantula head. Go over and wake up Capwood.
Yeah, I wake him up. Hey, it's time.
Dude, Bell got real ominous though this night. I
Do
think it's the
see
atmosphere.
any evidence.
No, oh, I guess you had dark vision. Make a perception check. I'm gonna give you a setback though, because it's a small animal on the ground. It's not
No, I want
moving.
to see if there's any evidence on his face,
Oh, on
like
his
any
face?
juices or
I'm gonna give you a groggy setback dice then.
Oh, boo.
It's okay. Go for it. Bell seems as weird
Can't
as
do
usual.
it today.
No.
Oh, it's my watch, eh, Bell?
Yes.
Any
Time.
anything happen? All's
Not a
well, I
thing.
would assume.
Quiet.
Okay, well, get you some shut eye. I'll take the last watch here.
Okay. Go to
I
sleep.
will-
I go to sleep.
I wake up and I pour some water out of my water skin onto my hand to kind of like get some of the blood out of the rags wrapped around my hand, and I'll roll my bedroll up and set it upright and sit on it up against the rock, and I'll start my watch.
When you're sitting there, you're choking.
You're dying.
So is Belle on a
Dude, that
spider.
spider thing got me. It got me in like things with places in my throat. Did you sit there? Keep remembering the feeling and the call of that endless potential, the firmament of magic moving around, an ocean of power at your fingertips if you were only able to reach out and cup some of it, take hold of it.
I'm really dwelling on it hardcore.
Yeah. Go ahead and make your perception check for the watch.
Perceive. I
So as you sit,
successfully rolled. Finally.
you sit and wait and contemplate the magic, what happened before. Far off through some of the underbrush, maybe 100 yards away, you hear a large, like, padding almost. As you keep looking, you see a large creature, gray skin covered in a green moss and patches, and then you see arms, legs, a humanoid shape. And you see it kind of walking under the thicket. Doesn't seem to notice you. It's a large humanoid thing, probably 12 feet tall. Very heavily built, muscular. Very thick arms and legs, rough skin with all, like, lots of calloused rough everywhere, with moss on its back and arms, and a big head. Just kind of walking across.
I don't breathe. And I
Sit
keep
for a-
tracking it.
You sit for a moment and you watch it.
I'm holding my breath.
It passes by and you wait for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and it seems to have been gone, and sit and watch for another, that was probably about in the middle, so another hour and a half-ish. And it seems to have passed, but without notice. But it's beginning to, the light's starting to...
As soon as day breaks,
And it's hard to tell under this canopy, but...
I'm gonna, as soon as day breaks, I wake up Bel, Castus, and Kanan, and I say, "Oh boys, there's big creatures here in these woods. I'll tell you that. We need to be very careful during the rest of our journey. There's a big, beastly, gargantuan, troll-looking, moss-covered, callous creature. Thank God it didn't attack us, but we need to be aware and very, very careful. Keep our heads on a swivel."
Okay.
Haven't we seen any of these creatures before?
Oh, maybe they're nocturnal.
Do I see a dead tarantula?
Half
Yeah, you
of the
guys-
friends.
Go ahead and, as you're looking around camp and, like, breaking camp, you guys can make perception checks.
God, Jesus, fucking.
Okay. That was the one you really wanted to hit. So Castus, as you're looking around, and like picking up your bedroll, turn and you see this massive spider, and you're like, "Oh!"
Ah!
And the threat was like a heavy reaction. It's very startled. And then you notice it's not moving, and it's kind
There's
of
a giant dead spider here.
And
Wonder
as
if the creature you saw last night attracted it.
as you look closer, it's kind of like its head's missing.
I'm poking it with my short sword, and it's like something bit the head off of it. What? I guess I wouldn't know that. It's missing They have headless spiders in these woods.
That's more Castus.
I'm not dumb. I'm just ignorant.
What?
Well, should we have a little snack then and get moving, or?
Where's that path? As I take out some jerky and.
You're not far from it.
Perhaps we should have some breakfast.
All right.
It's more than just jerky. You probably got some bread.
I have jerky.
He's a jerky kind of guy.
Yeah.
Oh, only protein there, eh, bud? No carbs?
On that keto.
No calories?
These are all native words and languages. Acquire
Yeah,
calories.
I'll eat a quick breakfast.
All right.
We should get boogieing.
Just carrying on.
It would like. I think we kind of camped on the little ancient path.
Yeah,
but we
you're right
keep
next
following
to
it.
All right, so you guys carry on in the direction you're going. Is there any difference to how you want to travel? I.e., stealthily?
Oh, I think that'd be a good idea. After I saw that 12-foot beast walk by here with all the moss and the calluses.
Let's do that.
Moss and the calluses. Okay.
We don't have moss up in the North Country.
Sure you do.
Everybody want to make a stealth check.
See.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, I had my green dice in there still, my bad.
The Bell's got stats.
But with still no fucking success.
Alright, so it's Castus and Cap 1.
Oh wait, see if Kanan can.
Oh,
So Castus succeeded? No.
Nope.
Fail. Fail. Bell gets another upgrade.
let's do it!
Great time for despair.
Yeah, right.
Great time for.
Go. Advantage.
Alright, not the stealthiest group, but you guys are more aware now of the sounds you're making. Okay. So, I'm still like dying.
That's Spider-Man.
Dude, the spider got to me. I'm shook. So you guys carry along a little bit slower than before, than just brazenly walking through. Conscious of the sounds you're making and listening for other sounds. Going along this path for another probably till noon. Pretty uneventful. Everyone's very alert.
Do we see any
Alright.
change, like in the trees or anything, or is it still pretty much?
It's weirdly very much the same. It's hard to tell. These are all similar trees, and they all grow in the same shapes, and like the canopy is almost solid. Like it's dim light. Think of everything being like dusk. Like during midday, it's like as bright as dusk.
Duskwood. Got it.
You guys taking a quick food break, snack. Carrying on forward.
This is a
I guess
long
you
fucking
guys.
path, eh? This is a long fucking road. God damn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have any reason to stop if we're on a path.
To the east.
You're gonna have to stop. We can just eat as we're going. Just
Alright.
snacky, a little snacky poo here and a snacky poo there.
You guys continue on and follow this path. It winds up and down through between these massive trees, and it started getting a little more hilly, just not like sharp hills, but rolling hills with these trees on it, and you start to get little tiny streams down at the bottom that you just walk over for the time being. One of them starts to get a little wider. You come upon it. There's actually like a small stone bridge. At this point, covered in moss, but the stream's probably 10 feet wide. But there's a small like arched stone bridge over it on the path.
Can I check under the bridge for a troll?
You look over in the 2 feet that are below this bridge in the water. There's no troll.
Okay, good.
Good.
Good looking out.
Just wanted to make sure that nothing was gonna pop out and get us.
We're about to get nursery rhymey over here.
Solving riddles and shit.
The smallest troll you've ever seen. There's a 3-inch tall troll on this bridge. You shall not pass until you solve my riddles free. It's riding a spider.
Headless spider pops out. Hey!
Well, we must be getting close.
This weird stonework from what you guys have seen. It seems strange.
Have I seen anything like it before?
Make a
In my adventures.
knowledge. Actually, yeah, you've seen stone stylings similar to it, but they're almost always broken down by age, like ruins. These seem to be like, while covered in moss, like if you would push them away to look at it, like the stones are tightly packed together, the masonry's not moved to dust, it's not flaking.
I would say
very
to the
new.
I would say to the rest of the group, oh yeah, I've seen stonework like this before, but most of the time it's decrepit and run down. I'm surprised that this stone in particular has lasted this long, especially with all the fauna growing around it.
Perhaps someone comes out and maintains the road.
Oh, I
You
don't
think
know.
it could be magical?
They couldn't maintain it with all the moss and trees and roots and water. It's just as a note, it seems odd to me.
Does look nice.
I wonder if any of these trees have secrets.
You ask a tree.
No, I just say that.
Okay. Alright.
We continue.
Okay, yeah, I'm just letting that sit in the air. I just wanted to see. I wonder if any of these trees have secrets.
I pay that no mind.
Okay, carry on. Follow this path farther, and the moss and the trees are still there, and you guys are pushing towards it. Who do you want to make a perception check now?
Oh, perception, eh?
I did it. I did it.
Alright, so as you guys kind of keep pushing down this path, the mossy beard stuff starts to get thicker, and there's more of it. As you pass by it, like very much plant life. Then there's this other, at first, what you think is moss, but then as you guys kind of go and look at it, it seems slightly different, and there's more on the trees. At first, you didn't pay any attention because it's the same like white wispy color. But as Belle's in front, she's been leading, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Belle's walking by. You kind of brush past one, which you've done before on this path. But as you walk by, it kind of clings to your shoulder, and kind of look at it, and you put your hand, as you touch your hand to it, it kind of sticks to it, and it's like cobwebs.
Oh boy.
And there's basically like, realize as you've been going, you look around in the trees, and there's lots of webs around between branches and things like that.
Do I see this or no?
Yeah, everybody, like I imagine everyone was alerted. I think I'm just going to need to have the first person do perception checks when you guys are doing this kind of stuff.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming as soon as one of you sees, you're going to alert the team.
Okay.
Yeah, I would be like, look at this stuff.
Can I
Look
see
at
if
these things.
I would like to see if it's flammable.
Do you think it's the headless spiders?
Oh, could be.
Could be.
I would like to see it. Can I pull a piece off and try to light it on fire?
Yeah, how are you lighting a fire?
Just flint and iron.
Game question, does spiderweb burn? I've never tried to burn a spider web. It usually just kind of like snaps and cracks and...
It's silk. So, yes, it would burn.
Yeah.
It would like singe. It wouldn't like
Yeah.
Turn to Google on this if you
Catch
want
flame,
to.
if I like-
Scientific.
Alexa!
We both did it.
He's not answering. We'll say yeah, but like it just kind of like shrivels back.
Okay.
Like imagine lighting a hair on
Proof
fire.
that
like
they're
kind of-
listening. I Google and the first thing that pops up, does spiderweb burn? Okay. It does burn.
Okay. Yes, it burns.
Okay.
But
Oh, this is flammable. We could use this for a fire. Or maybe a makeshift torch. I say to the group.
Well, I have a used torch. Dude, it's windy as fuck out.
That's the ice quakes talking.
No, it's definitely a fucking NATO.
Getting a nader? You watch out.
a tornado.
Fucking
Tornadoes,
snow
ice
NATO, dude.
quakes, Ice
Dude.
hurricanes.
Literally in the office, I was like, is that a tornado siren? And the people were like, what? They don't have them around
Oh
here,
yeah,
I guess.
They don't.
And they're like, huh? And I was like, that's a vacuum. And I was like, huh, is this like today the day you guys test the tornado sirens? They're like, what? And like, that wasn't something that happens here.
Is it the first Tuesday of every month?
That's what I said. It's like, oh, does it happen on Wednesday here? And they're like, what happened on Wednesday? The vacuum? And I was like, oh man, never mind. I forget that that's not a thing that happens everywhere.
Yeah.
So I would try to pull down some of the spider web and maybe wrap it around Castus's spent torch.
Yeah, I'd say you could do that and get a big knob. It looks like almost cotton candy. It's like white cotton candy on a stick.
So I'm just up there,
Yeah, you're just twisting it around.
spinning it in the web.
And like, it could be little spiders running away. Nothing crazy, just like small ones falling away.
Belle licks her lips. Tasty spiders. I already said I didn't do it for the taste though. So.
No, this is just her thing. It's like, hey, we're here at this new tavern. Do you have spiders?
You didn't do it for taste the first time.
But now-
You're right.
No,
Now it might be.
Then my thirst cannot be sated.
It's become a delicacy.
I have a taste for spider flesh. Yeah, you're able to get spider torches.
Okay.
You doing it to just the one? Do you have your other torches?
One we
Keep
threw
this-
down the thing.
Yeah, one
I
did
only
get
have one.
thrown. Okay. I forgot about that one.
All right.
Alright.
Let's move forward.
Alrighty.
So, as you guys press on into this thicket, it's more of the same spiderwebs in most of the canopy. Lots of little spiders of different shapes and sizes. Push on probably another 3 or 4 hours.
Are there spiders up north? Do we have spiders in the
They'd be more like scorpions and like the camel spider kind of thing, like big beetles and things.
but not like these?
Not like spider, like no.
Okay.
You're not like totally unfamiliar with like exoskeleton bugs that are creepy crawlies, but like centipedes and stuff you've seen, those kinds of weird things. So like as far as crazy bugs go, I can't imagine you're too. You eat them too, like most
Well,
of the
I've
time.
eaten yeah, I've
Yeah,
eaten
like
fair
there's
share
not
of-
like food in the ghost wood. Like most
Right.
of them eat bugs and shit. So like,
I just wanted to make sure that, like,
You
I've
might
not
have
seen
recognized
spiders-
that that
I've
was
not
a-
seen this type of insect before.
right? Yeah.
Okay.
Carrying on for another like 2 or 3 hours, and it's getting to mid-afternoon, and the path that you're following, and like you're definitely using the spider stick to clear the path.
Oh, we use that for the effigy.
Yeah.
Okay, you're using the torch then to
Okay.
gather more on or something. Forgot.
Yeah, we're just using. Okay, yeah.
But it kind of pulls back for an opening here, and you get to it, and in front of you, there's a cylindrical tower with a pointed conical roof, probably about 60 feet tall. It has a slight lean to it, like maybe 10 degrees lean. All around in this, like, it's like a circular area where this is sitting, and all around it, the tops of the trees are covered in this spider web. Almost like, you know, when like they fall over like the grass in the morning after a rain, like that, but over the top of the trees. And like there's just almost this constant blanket of this soaking spider web, and the reason it's tilted is you see one side as you kind of approach. I guess, do you want to approach? You see this, like, it's definitely a tower.
We're definitely interested.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first structure we've seen in what's
This could
now
be the ruin.
days.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in. Should we?
Yeah.
Should
We're
we
going.
investigate, or should we just go straight inside?
I mean, I didn't come this far to stand and look around.
Well, that's fair, Castus.
I agree. I'm at Grant's.
Do we
All
see
right.
a door? Is there a door, or is it an empty entrance?
It's a door that's open, like on a hinge. Like it doesn't look as maintained. Like it's not as bad as like a ruin, but like doors hanging ajar, like half on a hinge. There's spiderwebs inside. As you guys approach the tower, to the left of it, you see like almost a sinkhole, and that's entirely like a funnel web. It's probably
that covers the hole.
Yeah, like around the entire like conical going in, it's a funnel going in. It's probably about 10-foot diameter hole. And like this, instead of the thin blanket and wispiness, this is like thick woven webs.
Oh, let's
Thousands and
set that bitch on
thousands
fire.
of strands.
Let's set it on fire. Drop a torch in. Light a torch. Drop her in.
So we'll end it here on the being in this area here as the sun starts to set into Spider
Town.
Spider Town.
Spider Spire. Ooh.
The Spider Spire.
All right, stream. Thank you so much for watching. We're gonna shut her down. You hit us up. Favorite.
You betcha.
Good night. We'll see you next Thursday.